Hi, I'm Mike from Marriage by God, and today we want to talk about differences. So there's a lot of types of differences. There's gender differences, there's personality differences, there's even what we call love language differences. So I just want to spend a little bit of time and kind of talk about those things, because those things seem to be the things that we love and we were attracted to our spouse when we first met them, but after we get married, oftentimes those are the things that seem to annoy us. And why is that? Why do we get so annoyed about the differences, and how do we address those? How do we learn to cope with those in marriage? So the first one is, let's just say, personality differences. So when my wife and I got married, we took a personality test, and we found that we were completely opposite. I was extrovert, she was an introvert. She liked gathering with small groups, and I loved big groups. I was great with finances, and she didn't really care for finances. So those type of things, they seemed to be a great compliment. But after we got married, man, things changed. The way that we thought were so different, and so we had to adjust to that. We always think that it's all about finding the person that we're compatible with, but really it's all about learning how to deal with those incompatibilities. And that's some of the things that we talk about in the Marriage by God curriculum. Second area that we try to talk about is just gender differences. So that men and women think are quite different. We have physical, differences. We talk about physical intimacy later on, but just the way that we think. Men tend to compartmentalize things. They're very linear in their thinking. Women tend, just in general, women are able to multitask. So they can think about many different things. Oftentimes my wife will kind of interrupt me when I'm speaking, and I have just a clear thought and I just want to run, linearly. My wife, she thinks she can think of many different things at one time, and so she'll want to interject, and it kind of throws me off. And sometimes, I get a little frustrated about that. Those are all the types of things that are related to men versus women. In fact, some of the books out there that are really funny, like Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. That's how, different we can be. And then finally, love language. So love language is something that Gary Smalley had put together many years ago, kind of talked about what's your love language. Some people love gifts. Other people love, words of affirmation. Another one is physical touch or quality time. These are things that really kind of hit our love target. And when we talk about having a full love tank, a lot of it has to do with, are we speaking love language? And what we tend to do is speak in our love language, and that's oftentimes what we try to give to our spouse. Well, it may not be hitting the target, and so we have to learn how to hit our target by knowing what our spouse's love language is. So we try to address all these different areas in our curriculum, addressing gender differences, addressing personality differences, and even love language. So that's, that kind of gives you a kind of brief idea of what we see as major differences and how it can impact your marriage. It can cause frustrations if you don't understand that. And yet, if you really work together on that, you really do complement each other, and you build a higher intimacy in that relationship if you can deal with these incompatibilities, as we call it. So we hope that you'll join us. In the future, we're going to talk about many other things about communications, conflict. And if you love this video, please, you can subscribe or like us and leave comments below. Appreciate it. And once again, this is Mike from Marriage by God. MarriageByGod.org is where you can find us. And hope you have a blessed day.